Thanks for clicking on the video. I am glad that you are here and I welcome you to another video from Handmade by Kanika. And if you are new and have not subscribed our channel, make sure you click on the red subscribe button and as well turn on the bell notification. So today in this video I shall be talking about the hot gossip of the town, which is the Transfer Me, and how to use the Transfer Me, how to seal it. I will be trying it on different mediums and I'll be as well showing the different mediums to seal the Transfer Me sheets. Also, I will be talking about some of the tips and tricks to be kept in mind while working with Transfer Me, or what products you can use. So make sure you watch this full video. So let's get started. So this is the first base which we are going to work on. It looks like a wooden MDF, but the first base is acrylic, and you can see here I have applied paints. Like this is how it was actually, but I have applied paints which I'll be showing in this video as well, what all paints I have used. And you can see already I have done one transfer using the Dream Door Transfer Me sheet, and I have used this motif. So I'm just showing things and then later I am as well showing how you can use that out. So the second motif which I'm going to use is this butterfly. So if you notice this acrylic block clearly, you can see different types of colors. So the first shade which I use is this distress paint. So yes, you can use a distress paint, and as well I have used the Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint. I know the color name is not visible, so I have mentioned all the details in the description box. And as well here you can see I have done some random stamping with the black ink, which is this one. So for that you can use any of the permanent ink, be it the StazOn jet black ink, or as well you can use your archival ink. As well I'm going to show how I did the stamping and what's the right manner to stamp on this. So now let's get and see how you can do the transfer. So that's how I'm going to place my butterfly here. Here I have my bowl of water ready, and here I have these ceramic tip tweezers from Dress My Craft. It will help me to hold my motif and I can place it easily in water. So the first thing which I have to do is I have used my fussy cutting scissors from Tim Holtz and did fussy cutting, and in the center I have left some area so I can hold my motif with the help of my tweezers. Here I have this transparent film which we have to peel off before putting the motif in water. So I'm simply peeling it off, and now I'm using my tweezers and I'm holding it like this, and I'm keeping it for 10 to 12 seconds in water. Make sure you count down 10-12 seconds and do not exceed. And then as soon as they are done, you can see I have submerged the motif in water. You need to make sure you are not taking more than 12 seconds or else your motif will get destroyed. So here I have a muslin cloth with me, so I'm just putting it on my muslin cloth so that the excess water is drained off, and then I'm using my hand and I'm placing over the motif onto my base. So that's how I have done it. And then using my Teflon bone folder from Dress My Craft, I am gently pressing it out, and I'm not applying a lot of pressure. I'm just making sure that the motif gets stuck. That's it. And then what I'm going to do is, you can as well use that sponge and dab off the excess water, or you can use your muslin cloth and simply you need to do like this and your motif is set on the base. Can you see how easy it was to work with this? And then here you can see I have some areas left, so let's do stamping. So today I'm using the StazOn ink, and here I have my heart stamp. So here's a tip: before you stamp directly on your main project, do 1 or 2 random stamps on a rough thing so that you know the things will be perfect and you won't ruin your main project. And can you see how beautiful this looks? So similarly I'll be covering up the area and I'll be doing stamping all over. And as well later in this video I'll be sealing all of the projects which I'm doing in this video, so make sure you watch the full video. So here I have the glass bottle which I have already painted with the same paints which I showed earlier in this video. Just not that, you can as well use the glass bottle directly without painting. So for this project I'm using the baby giggles, and I'll be using this particular motifs which I have marked, and I will be firstly cutting it out. So here I'm using my scissors and I'm simply cutting the motifs which I want. And as well, you just can apply one coat of chalk paint on your bases. That's it, one coat is good to go. And while cutting off the motifs, you need to make sure you're fussy cutting it, and make sure you go little deeper so that you have the exact motifs, and you snip off the excess area like how I'm doing here. As well, you can use, like how I said, on directly motifs as well. These motifs will be visible if you transfer them directly on the glass, and no need of painting it. Here I'm using the mixed media stamp from Stamperia. This one is the rubber stamp. So yes, you can use your stamp. So here I'm using some areas and I'm randomly stamping with this all over my motif. So here's another tip for you: while you do background stamping, make sure you're leaving the areas on which you're going to apply your Transfer Me sheets. So here you can see I have left this area empty. So before you stamp, you need to make sure the composition of your project is ready. Now let's do the transfer on glass. So here I have my bowl of water ready, and first of all I'm going to peel off this top film like this. And can you see, it's so satisfying actually doing this. So now I'm going to use my hand itself. So if just in case you don't have the tweezers, you can simply use your hand as well. And here you can see, as soon as the 12 seconds were done, I have transferred the motif, and gently I'm using the bone folder. And if you notice, on the bone folder itself I have done the transfer. And can you see how easy it was to remove the top film, and my transfer is done. So as soon as you are done transfer, make sure you are just making sure it has stuck properly. So here I have used the dry brush, and I am moving the brush from center to outside, making sure that my motif is stuck properly. You need to gently use your dry brush and just do this step, so that if you have any air bubbles or anything, it will get stuck properly. Now let's transfer this motif as well on my glass bottle. While I'm doing this, let me give you another tip, that whenever once you are done doing the transfer, make sure you leave that transfer thing for around 5 to 10 minutes and let that get settled. And after that you move on to another step, which is if you want to add colors or if you want to add varnish, anything. So here you can see how quickly I have done the transfer on an uneven surface as well, and it was so quick. As well, later in this video I shall be using different type of varnish or the products which you can use to seal this Transfer Me. So make sure you're watching this full video till the end, so you will know each and everything about Transfer Me. So I'm just completing the projects first, and then later I'll be varnishing them together. So here I have my canvas. So you can use any size canvas. So here I have used the 3x3 inch canvas board, and this is how it looks. And onto this project I am not priming it out, I'm using it directly. So here I'm using the Baby Giggles Transfer Me sheet itself, and I will be using this motif which will fit in my canvas easily. So I'm simply cutting it out, and like you're working on canvas, if you want to add colors, you can prime it with the help of distress paint. You can use your chalk paint, you can use gesso, texture paste, you can do whatever you want, as Transfer Me sheets are transferable on any surface. So here I'm just peeling off the top coat. Using my tweezers, I'm holding it out, and then I'm putting it in a bowl of water for 10 seconds. Make sure you're transferring it for 10 seconds. So just in case if you are transferring and your motif doesn't seem to come off the top layer, I mean to say, what you can do is you can put on little bit of water and let it settle for about next 10 to 12 seconds, and then you can try peeling it off and then it will come off easily. Here you can see I'm not getting any problem while I do the transfer me thing, as I'm counting on 10-12 seconds and then I'm peeling it off. So here I'm just dry brushing it with the help of my paint brush. Now let me talk about another product which can be used. So here I'm using the Distress Stain. So I'm just directly adding the Distress Stain on my canvas board. And another thing is you can as well color these transfer me sheets. So here you can see I'm slightly going inside with my Distress Stain and I'm covering whole of the area, and then as well I'm using my brush to make sure I apply an even coat of color. And as well you can see I'm adding little bit of color on the transfer me sheet as well, and you can see that effect coming on. So yes, you can color on these transfer me sheets as well. You can use your fabric paints as well, and don't forget to color the sides of your project as well to make it look complete. And that's how my canvas is ready. Now here I'm using the Mudra stamp, that's the background stamp, and what I'm going to do is, as the boundary looks incomplete, so what I'm going to do is, after doing the transfer me, I am picking up the stamp and I am randomly stamping on the sides, creating a border. So you can create such effects as well while working with transfer me sheets. All you need to make sure is that you are aligning the stamp properly and the ink you're using is permanent, as we are going to seal this project as we are doing transfer me. So it's very important to seal your project so it's protected. And all you need to make sure is you are using a permanent ink, as if you are using a dye based ink or bottle soluble ink, once you apply a coat of varnish or anything, the stamped image will get mixed up and it will ruin your project. So that's how my canvas board is complete. Now here I have this wooden base and I have used the chalk paints and I did stenciling to cover this project, and on the sides I have used the Distress Stain as well. Now I will show you how you can do transfer me by layering one onto another. So here I am using the Dream Dough transfer me, and I am using, like here you can see one of the motifs I have used on my Easy Cuts machine already, which you are going to see later in this video. And here I have another motif. So here I'm going to show how you can use your one motif in different ways. So here I'm just fussy cutting one element out of this so that I can create a layered image. Here I'm just snipping off the excess of the motif, like you can see the extra ones, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place over one motif and then onto one I'm going to place over the second one. But before that, here you can see I'm trimming off from the bottom so that it looks that the floral element is coming from the base. So I'll be placing it out here. So now let's start the transferring. So here I'm using the bigger motif as the base layer. You can as well use the smaller motif as base layer, but once my bigger motif is ready, it would be easy to layer down the smaller motif. So I love working that way, and it would be a great way to work with the layered motifs. So here I'm just adding it, which you can see like this. I'm making sure I'm aligning it properly and as well not leaving any air bubbles. Like here I thought that it was little dry, so I added little bit of water, and you can see here I'm just peeling it off and tada, it's done. So now it's time to add the second layer. So while working with Transfer.me, you can add a cluster of motifs together as well. So if you wanted, you could have added the motifs together itself, but as I wanted to show you the layering thing, that's why I broke the motif into two and then I'm re-adding it, and then I simply remove the top layer. So here you can see I have placed these butterflies. So if you're following me on Instagram, you know I have shared the sneak peek of a project. So this was the project of which I was sharing the sneak peek on my Insta stories. So yes, before I post my YouTube videos, I do post some sneak peeks on my Insta stories. So make sure you're following me on my Instagram handle as well. I have added the link in the description box. So similarly, I'm just adding all of these 3 butterflies. Also, do let me know what you want to see next in the comments section. So I shall make the tutorial or a product review of that particular product which you want, as I like to make videos what you guys want to see on my channel. So let me know in the comments section that what you want to see next on my video. Also, if you're enjoying watching this video and if this video has helped you or just helped you to know more about the Transfer.me, then do hit the like button, as it helps me and it feels great seeing that you are appreciating my content, and it boosts my morale as well. So that's how this project is done, and later I'm going to seal this project with varnish as well. But before that, here I'm using my archival inks and I'm using my stamp. This is the sentiment stamp and I'm using the coffee and sepia shade, and I'm doing some random stamping on the background to make the background look busy and my project looks more beautiful once it's done. And if you want to see the exact pictures, how does these look, so make sure you're following me on Instagram on my handles, which is Handmade by Kanika and as well The Creative Soul. So when you add different layers, like be it stenciling, stamping, colors, so it adds on to the beauty of your project. And you can see here it looks complete and it looks like I have used a background texture already, and that's how it looks. And now let's move on to the next project. So here I have my cute Easy Cuts die cutting machine, and this is how it looks. It's a foldable die cutting machine. So if you want to see a detailed review, you can check out the video number 73. And as you see here, it has that floral motif. So for that, here I'm using the Dream Door Transfer.me sheet, and I will be using this motif which I have already done fussy cutting, and I will be transferring it on this. So you know that this surface is plastic, so yes, you can use the Transfer.me sheets on plastic surface as well. So you need to make sure that you're using a bigger bowl so that your motif gets into the water easily. And here I'm doing the same. So here I'm just peeling off the top coat using my tweezers. I'm holding it out and I'm putting it in water like this, and I'm simply taking it out. As soon as 10 seconds are completed, I'll take it out and add it on the side of my Easy Cut machine. So it will just enhance the beauty of my machine, as it will look more beautiful. And that's how I'll simply add the motif, and then here I'm placing it down. And ta-da, it's done. Can you see how easy it was to beautify our project? You can do this transfer on your refrigerator, your ACs, and you can as well do this on your wall and what not. Here you can see I have done the transfer on a melamine tray as well, and I will be adding a coat of resin. It has that little bit of area, so I can add resin. So yes, you can use resin to seal your projects as well. So now let's talk about the different products which can be used to seal Transfer Me. So the first thing is this Skidance Aqua Stone Varnish. So I will be as well showing how you can use these as well. Let me first talk about the different mediums and then I'll show how you can use. The second thing is this Glossy Accents. Please ignore the state of my bottle as I use this heavily. So yes, you can use that, and yes, you can use played Mod Podge as well, but you need to know the right base, and that's I have used the resin. So yes, you can use resin as well. So here you can see I have applied a coat of resin on my paperweight already. Now let's start and see how you can add. So here I have applied one coat of resin and a thin coat is good to go. Similarly, instead of resin, if you use Glossy Accents, you will get quite a similar look, and the resin which I have used, I have linked that in the description box so you can check that out. Now here you can see I have applied Mod Podge matte, which I am showing in this video within a next minute. So let's start and see how you can use Mod Podge first. So here I'm just adding it on my craft mat. This is the non-stick craft mat, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it on the boundaries and I'm going to cover the full area first. But the right way to use is to go out, like from center to go out, as I have used Transfer Me. So I need to make sure it gets stick properly well and I varnish it well. So I used 3 coats of Mod Podge to make it permanent, and here as well I will be now adding the Mod Podge to my base. So here that's how I am adding a layer of Mod Podge. Make sure you're using a dry brush and you use a flat brush. If your surface is small, you can use a smaller brush, or as well you can use a bigger brush like this. When you apply one layer, let it get settled for about 3-4 hours, then apply the second layer and then apply a third layer, or as well you can leave the layers between, as you can say, overnight. That is good to go. So talking about the next varnish, here I have the Cadence one, the Aqua Stone Varnish. Now you will ask me, Kanika, you have not showed the tutorial of this fox leather tote bag, and how come you are varnishing it? So yes, if you want to see tutorial of this, do let me know in the comment section. I will post the tutorial of this on my Instagram account, so make sure you're following me there, as the tutorial of this tote bag will be posted there. So just in case if you are using this Aqua Stone Varnish, you need to make sure you are adding 2 layers of this on your projects. So here I am using my glass bottle, and to start off here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal off the Transfer Me area first. Like here you can see I'm going from center to outside and I'm sealing that area, and then once I'm done, then later on I am going to add a layer of varnish all over the bottle, so that my chalk paint, stamping, everything is covered very nicely. And trust me, this one small bottle will go very long, as you need a very less amount of varnish, and you need to make sure you're using 2 coats of this Aqua Stone Varnish as well. And you can leave it to dry, you can say, for about 4-5 hours or maybe overnight, and you're good to go. So I hope this video helped you to know more about the Transfer Me sheets, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Till then, happy crafting.